Back in the Maybach, scratch that, and hatchback rapping and ate that. Crazy in here. But I'm trying, Ringo. Trying real hard. Come on, sheetrock. All right, let me let you get in on some of this nonsense. Okay. So, yeah, I get my sheetrock from over there. We in the basement right now. We just in the basement trying to make it not a basement. So, my family dumps all their stuff down here, and that's not their fault. They don't have another place to dump except for those giant attic spaces off their bedrooms, you know? Some was good. The lawn was good. Best Zell, how art thou? All right, let me get in here and get this drywall out right here. Ah. All right. There's the sheet. For the time being, I'm going to do that. All right. You're ever going to need that? We got a tape. We got a knife over there. Let's see if we can do it without the pencil. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. Oh, we gonna see today. Well, sorry if you already answered this question in another chat, but what fitness routine do I recommend for the people in the trades wanting to stay healthy and avoid injuries? That is an excellent question. That is an excellent question. I would say the things that basically simulate what your day-to-day activities would be. Now, for me, two things that are very important to protect: knees, backs. So good positioning when you do anything is most important. If you're picking up drywall, bend at the knees, squat all the way down, right? Lift at the knees, right? So squats are great for it. Squats are great just in general. You don't even have to go heavy. You can do squats with a pair of dumbbells is what I do. And I just do that. Make sure my back is nice, upright, on the way up and down. Right. Push-ups are great. Curls are great. Things that simulate you have to lift stuff, right? Things that simulate if you have to push stuff over your head. So dumbbells are great just to keep your overall core and overall upper body strength good. Oh, I had a tape measure somewhere. Here it is. So yeah, I would focus mostly on things that lift your own body weight, right? Typically. Pull-ups, push-ups. Pull-ups are going to be the hardest of all these. Push-ups, dips, burpees. You know, we've known about human bodies for a long time now. There's a lot of fancy new kind of exercises, I suppose, that people have out there, but the old tried and true definitely work. There's not much better than push-ups, pull-ups, and dips, ab work. By just laying on your back watching TV and try to keep going until the commercial. You know what I'm saying? I learned this from an old kung fu master. He also hung drywall. He's Mr. Jonathan's drywall and kung fu mastery. Leave that there. That's our scrap that will come in handy later, man. So we got a couple more measurements, a couple more cuts to make on that sheet. Because what we essentially got was, let me grab this, the width of the gap from there to there. But we have to account for this window. Have to measure for that. And we have to cut that out. Or we could do another thing, okay? We could make some marks here. Let me show you, soldier. If I had a pencil, if I had a pencil, if I had a pencil, if I had a pencil. Still got a pencil. I'm looking though. Don't worry, y'all. Delon said, hit the like, everyone. It helps Wes. Daggone right it does. And don't you want to help me?
Help me here.
While I'm in the shop right now, coming to get this pencil, but whilst I'm in here, I am going to grab some drywall screws. I'm pretty sure there should be some near here. Or maybe we already got them in that box in there. That would be grand, would it not? Absolutely, Wesley. I'm good, thanks. And you too, Delon. Hey, Jesse, how you doing? Jesse and Delon, two of the homies in the crew. Okay. Now, let's get some quick measurements on this here window here. I gotta keep picking this thing up and moving it. And shaking it all about, doing the hokey pokey, and I turn myself around. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna put a mark right there, mark right there. That's gonna let me know where my stud is. Same here, kerblaya, kerplunket, right? Lets me know all of this is coming out from here up. For how far west? 35 inches. I'm gonna put that there. 35 inches up. We'll square that joint off, cut that piece up out that joint. You feel me? All right. Me talking cool, urban like those views. All right, what do I got? Okay. I need my little impact. For that, I almost stuttered just then. That was the first time in my whole life I almost stuttered. Weird. Maybe I had a little micro stroke. A little dope. Moke. That's what a micro stroke is. Okay, so yeah, here are drywall screws. Got a handful of them right here. What we're also going to do is make some marks. Oh, snap. All we got is a handful of them right there. We got some more in the truck. We'll go get them if we need them. Meanwhile, we're going to make another mark on where we have studs at. That way we can follow those patterns straight up and make sure we got our drywall nice and durable. Now, also right here, what we got is a floating edge. Now, I want that for my stonework or my tile work, but I want a stud here to fasten my drywall to so it doesn't get wavy. So I'm going to grab a little piece of scrap, screw it in over there. Ugh. Get right past you. Where do I have some scrap? Do I have some scrap? Do I ever not have scrap, baby? Never not have scrap. Where's that? All right. Let's see. What scrap is the appropriate question? What scrap do we want? A nice ply would work well, or some 1x material would work well. Preferably something we don't even want on anything else, ideally, and we don't need a whole lot of it. So here's some. This should work splendidly. And when I say splendidly, just what I mean. Splendidly. I'm so glad not to be in that mud right now. I can't even tell you. I like it when I got my mind wrapped around it, you know what I mean? And I got some space to do it. But in tight spaces, I get a little bit bothered because I'm a little bit, this is dumb because I do this for a living, but I'm a little bit claustrophobic. I get irritable in tight spaces. Like an old man with beef with the world. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to screw that little piece right here in behind over here. I'm going to put one of these on my mouth. Wherever it is, I can catch it. That brings that water forward a little bit. right? It kind of marries those two. We'll put a few in here. This board is pretty soft stuff, so that foam doesn't hold as strongly as the drywall stuff does. You gotta put a few more screws in, keep it firm. Once the drywall's there, once that seam tape is on and all that stuff, we'll be good to go. But this is part of it. All right, I'm gonna just stand on this toolbox, and you just pretend like for now I'm tall, okay? Pretend like, oh, look at that guy just standing there on the floor like nothing, screwing those things into the wall like a boss. Okay, thank you, appreciate you. And I'm gonna start a few of these so that when I get up there, I can hold things in place. Whilst I do it, I'm gonna move this out of the way. Ugh. Put this on my mouth for a second. I have to do this a little bit left-handed, or it's like I like to say, the wrong way. Way of the witch. Southpaw way. Ugh. Don't you do it, don't you pull. Ugh. That pulled a little deeper than we wanted. Insert your own dad joke right there. Make your friends laugh. Dad jokesters. So I'm going to just put plenty of support screws there so that when I put that other piece up there, it'll be splendid. Let me see what the chat's saying. I'm deeply interested in your queries. Thank you, Wes. This makes sense. Stimulate movement, at least a heavy body weight and dumbbells. Right. You don't need to like power lift. You know, you can break your body by pushing things too far. Does anyone have recommendations on a network to find people to learn from trades? For example, if someone wants to get into carpentry, maybe make phone calls to different contractors and see who needs extra hands. Yes. Now, if you happen to be in the position, like ideally, people who are in similar positions to like students, right? And I only say that because you can get further with a new relationship in contracting by sort of offering up your body. And I don't mean that in a, you know, a naughty way. I mean by being more available and cheaper than everybody else, and more willing than everybody else. The thing about learning a trade, I tell people, think of it like school, right? Hey, what's up, Ronick? How you doing? I would say, think of it like school. But instead of going to school and paid, you're going to school and getting paid. You're just not getting a high wage, right? So if you can afford to go to school, you can afford to work 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, cheap. And the thing about construction is the guy or gal who does everything well wins. Like they get pushed forward. Like, and when I say well, I mean the most effort that they could make, right? Like we all are humans, we all understand that. The biggest complaint from contractors, myself included, is that the work ethic is not there. And for whatever reasons, it just doesn't seem to be there in the same way it was when we learned the trades. Oh my God. So we're gonna hold this up here with our hand. Ugh. I'm gonna cut this thing right here where it's at. First thing we're gonna do is our screw gun. We're not sinking those screws deep, but we are putting them in a stud so that we can put them back when we get done with what we're doing right now. That's why we made these marks here, so we can locate those studs in such an emergency. So once I got a few of these in here, 3 should do. Takes a surprising few amount of screws to hold up such a heavy sheet of drywall in the short term. I want all these screws where I can reach them from a similar position that I was just in, where I can hold this up. All right. So now I'm gonna flip this around because it gives you a little bit better camera and a little bit more view, I think. Ugh. Anyways, or as much of it as I can view and see. So what's happened is my floor is not level and even perfectly. So whereas my drywall that's sitting on the floor is good here, I hit the ceiling right there. Now the ceiling's level because I leveled it, but this, I built it, but this concrete floor I did not. So what I'm going to do is just run an edge right here and cut that little bit that I'm sitting on out. And then that should resolve what we got going on. This is number 422 while the multi-tool is incredible. I don't know who invented it, but if he's up for a piece, he or she is up for a peace prize. They got my vote. All right, so I'm gonna pull 2 of these screws over here. Boom. Boom. Throw out my little piece, and now I'm sitting right on top of my drywall. Now I don't have to hold it at all anymore. Pop a couple screws in where we got our marks for the studs. thing's in quite a ways. Gonna do the same thing here. So this is an exterior wall, so we're gonna definitely have to shore it up a little bit. Again, we got our studs marked, going all the way up. Still missed it. I'm so surprised. I'm usually very good at showing off on the internet. My bad. Let you down. I'm just gonna run those screws either side of that situation. Got these up here to catch. Tie our boards into each other. Who's the man with the master plan? But you know what I realized I do now? Because I'm not used to glasses. Literally had worn glasses since I was 10. And I scooch my nose, scrunch my nose to push my glasses back up in place. And I don't realize I'm doing it till I'm looking at myself do it. And then I'm like, oh my God, I do that all the time now. And I must look ridiculous. I'm deeply mortified by this new phenomenon of old madness. Let me see. Shouldn't use an impact to install drywall screws. It breaks the drywall down around the screw if you break the paper. 1.2 in regular drill. Hey, Donnie, relax. I've been a contractor for 35 years. I don't break the paper. And do not let me relax. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you so much. Hey, tutelage. But no, that's crazy. I know literally dozens of drywall guys. They all use an impact. We love an impact on drywall because unless you're speed setting, you're running around running nothing but drywall all day. You're a production guy. Maybe you're right because you don't have the time to take time. But here, the thing about an impact is you can regulate the depth with the trigger once you get used to it. You can get right there at it and hit it right there where you want. And a little bit lighter and a little bit tighter, it gets in tighter spaces. There's a whole lot of good reasons to use the impact. And I'm not discounting your science, but I am telling you, it doesn't make enough difference for whatever science it is you're reflecting, buddy. No offense. And I do say with all due respect, come from? First, the thing about all good, healthy relationships is it shouldn't start with a criticism before an introduction. You could say, hey, Wes, how long you been doing this? Are you a DIY guy? This is the first time I'm seeing your videos. Y'all be showing up like, hey, y'all just walk in to the job site. Say, hey, everybody, I'm here to tell you how to do it right. There's a bunch of guys that have been doing it for 20 years. I'm here to tell you how to do it right. First question would be from Conor McGregor. Who the f is this guy? All right. So where we at? Yet be a willing, cheaper, harder worker, and you move past getting faster. I'm sure he has no idea how to use the trowel, but at least he's getting the job done. Oh my God. Need to clean the edge up top. Should have cut it from the bottom. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, so y'all are having y'all are having I'm going to show them, teach them how to do it party. Listen, here's what I would love. I would love it if you came through. You talked about the trades and any of that. I'm a remodel contractor, 35 years. The reason I know more than you is because I would never walk in to see what anybody's done, not know the conditions, and start talking about that like that. Particularly with a guy that's holding that sheet of drywall up with one hand while he's discovering that that thing is a quarter of an inch difference, right? Based on the floor itself. Now, again, you don't have to be anything but polite. And if you can't be that, bounce. And if somebody in here who's willing to be a moderator, who is a moderator, you know, do that job for me. I appreciate it. Because we're not here to thumb wrestle about who knows how to do what. I don't have to prove it. I'm a whole contractor, bro. And I don't like people in here tooting their own horns and saying things because the people who actually don't know might believe you. And then you're misleading because you're looking for a reason to flex your bravado or whatever else. Do that at your job where you work for somebody who tells you what to do. Don't do that here. Don't do that here. I know what to do. Trust me. Mixer. No, I'm not mounting something. What I'm doing is hanging drywall in this tight little space in this bathroom. And yeah, I'm just setting it up so that I can cut that out. And also chastising the chat, because once you turn a certain age, you get to do that. You get to tell whippersnappers to shut up. So now I'm going to go get a level so I can make a nice tidy line. I don't know 100% if that if that window is set dead plumb and dead level, but we'll pretend that it isn't, and we'll stay inside of those lines a little bit, and then we can work them out later if not. If that's enough, yep, that's enough. So we're gonna go up top. That's my line right there that I already set. Already got me some screws there. That's my guideline. All this is coming out. Now, again, I'm going to stay just inside of that. So it's going to be a rough cut a little bit. But that'll prevent us from cutting through anything that we have to patch up. We can make another cut, but we don't want to have to make an extra patch. All right, now up top, I'm going to be a little bit more precise. I don't want to do that twice. It's too invasive. And then we're going to come right down. And there we go. And now we can just trim our window to back to these studs right here. And just keep that going down. Get a nice clean line. Do the same over here now that we got that stud available to us. Every check. All right, so we got our window cut, and now we got to cut clean. And then that goofy dude who kept talking about my seams and joints doesn't know that that's drywall, not drywall mud, but that fence it. You just don't know nothing about what you're looking at. Use a router instead of a smooth edges. Less time. Be quiet. Just be quiet. Why do y'all come in here to try to give me advice on something I'm really doing? In order to save time, in order to save time, I could hire somebody to come and do it for me, right? In order to save time, there's a number of things that I could do. I'm doing it how I'm doing it, and it's going to be right because I've been doing this probably longer than you've been alive. Oh, crazy. Shut up. Just shut up. God almighty. I don't even like being that guy, but shut up. This turned out fine. You carrying a big, dumb, heavy router, pushing it through an inch of drywall, trying to hold on to a 2x6. Shut up. Kicking dust everywhere. Shut up. Shut up. Like, it's crazy how many people blast their opinion. And I know your opinion is valueless because of how you express it. I know it's valueless because I actually do this for a living on a high level for a long time. And just because you see me mucking around on a Sunday night in my own bathroom in my spare time with scrap materials, you're going to come in and tell me how to do it. Shut up. Be a good person. Be a good person. Don't nobody care about your 5 minutes of insight on somebody else's chat just to flex 30 seconds of fake knowledge. Be quiet. If you're a professional, you'd know that was a dumb thing to do. If you're a professional, you would know to sit tight and see what this guy's doing if I don't get it. Sit tight, bro. Sit tight. You don't know anybody better than me. Personally, I promise you don't. I promise you don't. All right, let me pull another. Let's spaz out on y'all on Sunday night, man. Come on, I'm at home. Trying to enjoy my blizzle and enjoy my dizzle. Fizzle. Let's go 78.5 across that wall. They'll give me one sheet there. That'll be awesome. Tell them all. Facts, Cap. Small wood lot pad in the building. Fetty in the building. West, don't worry about them. They jealous of my style. Listen. I'm here to tell them. Throw these things. So all the smoke you want to throw my way, I got you. But don't clam up. Don't clam up and disappear. Stand your ground if you're bucking. If you ain't bucking, shut up. That's all I'm saying to them. If you ain't bucking for real, shut up. It's an excellent job. Will be an excellent job. By any and all standards, except for people who don't know any better. But yo, Fetty, what's up? It's good to see you, family. Good to see you. Ain't you had to walk in on me bucking like 5 deuce 4 tray. I am super good. And Pat, my guy, in this building. All right, so for inside of here, we're going to definitely cut some drywall strips, go around that. And then I have not decided if I'm going to trim this out or if I'm going to just send it over and do the corners at drywall. I might drywall those corners just so I can film a video doing it. Yeah. But let's see. I need some more drywall on this side. I got scrap sheets over there, so I got to make sure I got 2 sizes that are the same size so I can get this whole wall done with the same thickness of pieces. Because that's where my variants are. Let me go check out it over here. Don't look at my dirty basement. Ugh, there's so much stuff in here. I brought all this in here though. Let's see. We got one of those and one of those. Shoot. So if I had to choose between which one to go with, Arthur. Dang it, I don't like that I have to, if I'm being truthful. I don't think I want to go get another okay, problem is I got problem is I got we the wrong way. We the wrong way. Problem is I got 3/8 inch drywall here. That's great. It's a little bit thinner than a 1/2 inch drywall, but I only got one. And then I got 1/2 inch drywall sheet. And that would mean I'd have to either shim out for that 3/4 to match that 3/8 to match up to that 1/2 inch, which is insane to do. Because I'm going to need 2 sheets for the ceiling, 1 sheet for this wall over here. So it makes sense that I just go ahead and grab 2 more sheets of the 1/2 inch, so I can have the strongest stuff on this wall. This wall is divided by a pipe, and because it's divided by that pipe, it's a weaker wall. So I want the thickest drywall I can on that, so that you can see the joints. Now I did do another union up top, but that's not as strong as it would be. Again, it'll be better once all that's on there. But if you ever hung drywall, you know that it's a pain to have 2 different depths on that wall, because you got to fill it with mud, and that creates a heck of a seam. And I don't want to do that either. I almost want to stop. Almost want to stop because there's just not a way for me to, like, this is amazing that I got this whole wall done. I'm happy with that. Because what that represents in here is, like, all of that's going to be tile. And then that's going to be, 1, 2 seams. And then there's 2 sheets of drywall there, 1 sheet of drywall here. And then whatever's going to be atop that header and the ceiling. I think I'm going to just say I'm happy with it. At this stage where it's at. I got my mud pan in. My plumbing is in. Got these seams drying. Then we'll finish that up whenever we go in with the tile. But in here, we're pretty much ready for tile. On the floor, we're pretty much ready for tile. We got to pull that toilet, but I think I want to put my walls up first and get all my drywall in here. And then maybe we go pick up some tile on the way in tomorrow. And when we do, I can finish that off, right? Yeah. Spaghetti? What's up, Ross? Oh, something exciting. I got my first pair of suspenders this weekend, so thanks to that, Wes, I don't think I can go back. Yeah. Steady, I love it. I love it. It's a vibe, fam. It's a vibe. And I'm working on some branding stuff too. Because I want to get y'all's own, West Desert stuff. I'm making this little refrigerator magnet / badge sort of thing for myself. It's a little pencil, little mallet, little knife. You know what I mean? 6 or 7 species of wood on it. But I don't know. Something I was messing with. This mallet is going to be a necklace I'm going to give away to somebody. Yeah, so And this is getting mailed out tomorrow, along with a couple other things. Shop is in a little bit of disarray because I've been in here. Rob said, like me. Like you? What's like you, Rob? A little bit in disarray. Yeah. Ah, and then I'm going to put another coat on this stuff. And then I'll be sending that out too. I just don't want to send them out dull looking, you know what I'm saying? I want them to be nice and polished, and I just got to keep putting that linseed oil on them. It's almost good on this one. You see how it's shiny in patches, and that one, and that one. But when it's all in there good, it's in there good and forever. It's cute, and that Millie Mallet is so nice. I like the checker pattern. Thanks, Fetty. Appreciate that. Fetty, you're in the Midwest, right? I can't remember. Or Australia. I can't remember. Gotta go. Thanks for all the information, Wes. I really appreciate it. Oh, I hope that I was helpful at all to you. I'm sorry I missed any of your questions and stuff. Learning to watch and listen and learn instead of being backseat driver with no driver's license and no experience. It's just what they do. Northern Minnesota, yeah. Fetty, have I sent you something before? I think I might have. But I'll put a necklace together. Shoot that mallet to you. Ross, what up? Ross is super cool. I'm sorry, y'all. Like Wes about to do it. Oh, I be doing it. Lemongrass chicken on the grill next week. Is that what we doing? Pat, Smallwood Live? What I'm doing is this is setting up, right? And what I like to do is just make sure there's no bubbles in it. And that's basically what I'm doing is just making sure it's 100% adhered. And you can only do this at a certain stage of the process when it's almost dry, but not 100%. I don't know if Curdy will warranty that process, but this is what I know to do. If you had the opportunity to do it, otherwise you wet it before you leave. That sounds delicious, Woodlot. I am going to be. I'll be grilling a lot during the summer. I'd be grilling a lot during the winter too. I like to stand outside and get the heat on me. I think I might go outside right now. Might go outside right now. Wonder if y'all would be interested enough to like be asking some questions because I don't know what questions you'd ask while I'm sitting outside having a little chief session. But I think I'll sit and chat with y'all for a little bit. Maybe we talk about the future of the channel a little bit. Let me get that knife off the floor before I damage my beautiful wife's beautiful feet. All right. I drank a cup of coffee with dinner tonight. Can you tell? A chicken curry dish and possibly some satay. All my Wu-Tang stuff is awesome. Thanks, man. All the Wu-Tang stuff is awesome too. That's why I'm so down with them. My wife's so sweet. She's so funny. Listen, so you keep moving these boxes around for my cats. They're the most spoiled kitties in the world.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Cat. I'm gonna turn the light on outside. Oops, not that one. That one. Got leaves in the chair. We can overcome that. We can overcome the leaves in the chair, baby. Ooh, the leaves in the chair. Ooh, I'm bumping into everything. Yeah. Somebody's not going to be happy about that stuff. Floor now. Oh, it's nice out. Nice out, nice out, nice out. Oh man, my blower is wet. Hope it won't electrocute me. Perfect. Ugh. Even more perfect. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on. I gotta put this up just in case. In case a straight lion approaches me. The baby gate will keep them out. Your chair, Your Highness. Thank you, Jeffrey. Where is your coffee, sir? I do not know. Here. Here's my coffee. Now. Oh man, you can hear the creek. That water is going. I'll be gardening this year, Fetty. Vertical gardens for melons and cucumbers and such. Oh, that's awesome, Pat. I wish I knew how to do that. Wes, I love the videos. New subscriber here. Thanks, Prius Cowboy. Pius Cowboy. Pius Cowboy? Pioche. Pioche. Pioche sounds cool in French. But thank you. I'm very grateful for you. Start off with the mini sliced thin potato, auto sliced spicy noodles and chicken drip sauce. Magical but extra hot. Ross, I think you like the hot spices over there. I think you mentioned something with some spicy curry or something before. Trying to make Wes hungry again. That's what y'all are doing. It is exactly what you're doing, Pat. You knew it for sure. Howdy, welcome, Cowboy, says Rouse. Yeah, howdy, welcome, Cowboy. Ah, let me see if I can find another way to balance my phone. I had anticipated that you would have a better view of something other than me. I was kind of wrong. But I would guess that these lights are better to look at than I am. Plus, I've had spicy noodles this week, cheap and cheerful. Yeah, I feel you. I like ramen for that reason. Pat says, I love spicy foods. Yeah, I do too. I like spicy foods. Let me change it. I used to love spicy foods. Now, not as much as I used to. Your deck looks lovely. Seems peaceful out here. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it mostly because it's full of stuff that I did. Like I didn't make these chairs, obviously. These are like Walmart chairs, but I did make this cedar chest, and I did build that little table with the stone on top of it that I use when I'm grilling right there. Cheap little grill, cheap little lights. I think we paid $20 for that whole run of lights. And then obviously I made that little chair over there, a little storage slash table next to it. This one broke right there though. This is 2 years old, so I think I'm gonna have to use fasteners and glue. I didn't want to see fasteners um, because of the aging. I thought it would look cool, and I think it does. But I think next time I'll use fasteners and some sort of glue. I brought these rugs outside, out here to clean them, and then I just left them out here, and then I just come out and occasionally clean them. But they take us up. They're poly, so they're not like anything special. But they're real easy to clean, and then they dry up really fast, and then it's pleasant to walk on. I used to have like the little green fake grass stuff there. I might go back to that as soon as I figure out what I can do with these rugs. I just gotta get rid of them at this point. If my wife's not gonna let me keep them out here. So if I do stay, satay, chicken, pork, beef, or lamb. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna say lamb anytime I get an opportunity to have it because I don't have it often, but I really love it. I really enjoy some. It's almost like the cuter the animal, the tastier. Terrible. It's a terrible way to look at it. But yes, Fetty, it's so relaxing out here. And these poles are all crooked. The guys that put them in um, before we bought the house, they did an excellent job on building this deck. We got to pressure wash it every now and then because it gets mildew because everything, not mildew, but algae. If you don't every so often, everything is. Lamb is expensive. Uh, raw. These ceiling fans they put here, I don't think they ever worked. They got them wired up, but it makes no sense because it would just rain in them, right? So it makes no sense. There's no roof on that. It's just a trellis. And if it was even possible to grow, you can see we got trees all the way around. So it's really hard to grow things back here that need sunlight because they're competing with all these trees, sucking it up. At my old house, we had really good light on the back porch, and I grew tomatoes, huge tomatoes, and what else? Cucumbers, and grew a lot of peppers. I like peppers. Those ceiling fans should have a belt system. I agree, Pat. Um, and then just tuck a motor somewhere underneath the eave or something. But I don't know. Maybe I'll make one. Maybe I'll make some ceiling fans. I have a few rotten boards on mine. This summer, I really need to replace my railing. I have some mushrooms coming out of it in a few places. Yeah, if mushrooms are coming out of them, they're getting rotted from the inside. You don't want to get those replaced for sure. Um, get you a good little pry bar tool Fry them bad boys up. You can do it. Hey, Pilato, how you doing? How's your family? Raspberry Hedgehog, hey, how you doing? I saw you in the last chat and I didn't get to say hey. I went back and scrolled and saw that you were there, so I apologize that I missed you and I just want to say hey to you this time, uh, purposefully and intentionally. Thank you for coming back. Oh, you're welcome. I thank you for coming out in the first place. Pilato, we are awaiting your answer because I'm okay. Daughter is still here in the ICU, PCU on a ventilator. We're going to give a bunch of hearts and loves to her. Um, our prayers, our thoughts, our good intentions. And I'm glad she's hanging in there and improving. Fantastic. The planning excavation on Wednesday. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Bless it. Oh, listen, y'all, I'm sorry. I am going to do, I end up, I forget this every time. I apologize. That all of my messages don't be showing up. So I have to set that so that it will. I think it should now. Yes, please. Love and prayers for her, Pilato. So yeah, we're just out here vibing a little bit. Um, let's see if we can see the creek from here. I don't know if we can. We can see the bottom of my coffee cup from here. Let's see if we can see the creek. It's high, so high right now. You can see it reflecting the lights off of the houses over there, but that's about it. My whole family loves this porch. We all come out here on our own and will just sit and eat or chill or whatever. Love that lounger in the corner of the screen. Oh, thanks, man. I made that. Um, it looks. uh, I kind of. I promised I would make it all out of scrap material that I had, so I cut up a lot of this uh, lumber and I made it in the shop one day. And when I got to the end, I ran out of material and I had to do that for the back, and I just shot a ton of staples in it because I cut these too short, or I just didn't have enough material to go high enough to support your head. So I had to do that. But it works and it's super comfortable. It's super comfortable. I do. It is that. And then that was a fireplace hearth I brought out of a house. But it is solid marble and it turned out handy. This I made for storage and for sitting, but it turned out to be a better little table uh, for chillaxing. Looks comfy, but too low for me. Oh yeah, you must be tall. I wouldn't be able to get out of it. You got to roll out of it. Bro, say you have a stunning house where it's beautiful. Thank you. Wouldn't know it looks beautiful. Thank you, man. Oh yeah, Fetty done put up the mallets. Yo, I gotta put some more cool little emojis. 6'2". Oh, Pat. Oh my gosh. Tall guys have to fight the ladies off, I swear. Pat's tall and lean too, so that great beard, great beard. But you're a family man. You're a family man. Goodness. I know ladies that swoon if you say 6 foot anything. I'm shorter than Pat by a couple of inches or so. See, I knew Palado was tall too. I am I am I'm just shy of a foot shorter than Pat. I'm 5'4", so I'm like 10. Pat would be that much taller than me in real life. We were standing up next to one another. My kitchen window, so that my wife can come and knock on it or open it up and summon me when she needs to. I'm gonna put the screen back to stuff that's prettier than me. Route says I'm 5'7" on a good day. What are you on a bad day? I'm shorter than Pat. Camera adds at least 4 inches though. I hope so. Get me an OnlyFans started. Oh my gosh, now Pat is talking about children. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My 14-year-old son is 5'8". Pat, that's amazing. I'll tell you what's funny, Pat. My 14-year-old son is 5'11". He's the tallest. He is the tallest one of us in my entire family. I've never known a man in our family taller than my 14-year-old son right now. Pilato said, "You may be shorter, but you have much more stylish suspenders with." Yeah, me and Fetty now. Pilato, I'm gonna get y'all some suspenders packages. I think I'm gonna put like a gift package together with suspenders and the hat. Yeah, all my kids tall, yet me and mama are short. It happens like that, Ross. A friend of mine is 4'9", but his son is 6'8". Isn't that something? Like my mother was 4'11". Um, so my dad was 5'8", maybe 5'9". Everybody else is shorter than him. I tried to find yellow ones, but only could find red. Red is cool too, though. That's a very 80s, 70s kind of flair to them. You know what I mean? I would get the rainbow ones, but they look so much like Mort from Orc. But I still might end up doing it. Maybe I'll wear them like Pride Week or something like that. But I am gonna get more yellow ones. The thing about the yellow ones, I've got some on right now. Out of all my suspenders, I like the yellow ones very, very much. But out of all of them, I'll show you my yellow ones get dirty really easily. Ugh. I don't know if you can see. You know what I mean? The yellow ones get really dirty. I like the color because I like my hat. Yellow hats are like my favorites. We'll watch that corner just in case a coyote comes around that edge. If anyone can make them work, it'll be you. I'll try it. Hello, Wes. Hey, Thunder Gouge. How you doing? Welcome to the chat again. Good to see you. Well, you have the yellow glasses too, right? I don't have yellow glasses. I've got red, blue, black, brown. I don't think I got yellow. I got a 5-pack. It's crazy because they were so cheap, yo. I got them on Amazon for like $20 for a 5 pack. They're just reading glasses, so I only need them on up close stuff. But that's ideal when I'm working with my hands. I'm super nearsighted. I love it. No matter what you're doing, you always got that style with it. Thanks, Ross. I really want to try to capitalize on that somehow. I don't know. But I am working on my Wood Chain Clan. I got a logo coming. Uh, and I've got some other stuff coming. Um, Slow and steady, I believe, runs the race. I just want to maintain the channel, maintain um, the people who come through. You know what I mean? And kick it with us. And that's ideally like the goal. Not too good. Was in the ER for 4 hours. I have a sciatic nerve in the lower back. Oh my God, man. I am sorry to hear that, Thunder Gouge. Sciatic stuff is really tough to deal with. What did they give you? Some muscle relaxers for it? Did you get any? I had that issue for a little while. When I say a little while, I mean maybe a week or so. It was excruciating. Um, I did a bunch of stretches. I drank a ton of water. I stretched constantly for a couple of days. Every time it hurt, there was an exercise I did um, on the corner of the wall and on the floor. I wish I could remember it exactly, but I don't want to tell you wrong and hurt you. But I would look up some specifically that on Google. There's a lot of good information out there on how to kind of help ease some of that pain. Um, I wish you well. My issue with suspenders is color. I would grab a green shirt, red suspenders, orange pants. So I keep things simple. Um, if you have a variety, like you can go, like some suspenders, you can go monotone. You know what I mean? You can go with what matches your shoes. What you would ordinarily wear as a belt is brown, is black, a lot of colors. Navy blue was probably the first that I got because they go so well with blue jeans, go so well with khaki. Um, so that was a good way to go for me because I'm always in blue jeans or khakis. Oh, I wish I had my back scratcher out here with me. Gave me 2 shots and a prescription of muscle relaxers and steroids and something for the pain. That's good. Do not forego some sort of effort to stretch that and get that space open back up for that nerve to flow freely again, or constrict or restrict or whatever the term is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a doctor, but I am a guy who likes to be a know-it-all. So pre-gut protein. I don't know what those 2 words were, routes, but I suspect some sort of prescriptions. Hello, William. How you doing, Mr. Shoop? We're just out here on the patio because I ran out of drywall in my bathroom. We did a decent job. There's no point in mudding up one wall when I still got another wall and a ceiling to go. So I'm gonna grab a couple more sheets maybe in the next couple days. I'll try to grab. I do have enough up that I can go ahead and get my tile going in that shower now that I got the waterproofing done. Shoop said I actually had the same thing a week ago. What they do for you, Shoops? I saw you had on a wrap for your back the other day. Thank y'all for hitting that like button, whoever you are that did. We just out here on the porch today. We got that drywall done and we good. You fixed it on your own. How did you do that, buddy? Route says muscle relaxers. That'll help. Oh, that's what the two things are. I got I had gotten muscle relaxers when I had a pinched nerve in my back between my arm and my shoulders, kind of going through my rotator cuff, and they didn't do anything for me. They gave me Vicodin. It didn't do anything for me. It just hurt all the time. Icy hot and rest. Well, that's a good way to go, man. Because the heat inflames, but it sort of softens muscle tissue. But the cold restricts those muscles, and when they restrict, they allow space for the passageways and things like that in between, and it usually relieves some nerves and stuff like that. But yeah, icy hot and rest. I ain't mad at it. Ralph says your back cramps and spasms are horrific. Can't move, never mind walk. Yeah. Try some yoga, says Fetty. I'm telling you, I'm in agreement with that. Meds help, but movement is also the medicine. Helped my back a lot, and now I do it every morning. Fetty, my wife, was experiencing very similar things, and she does stretch. She does at least 20, 30 minutes stretching before bed. We get to have some great conversations while that's happening. In the morning, we do the opposite. She does about 20 minutes of yoga, and I don't talk to her at all while she does that. And she relaxes and gets her days started and whatnot. Still bothers a little, but I can deal with it. Yeah, but work on getting it going all together. You know what I mean? 31 likes, I appreciate it. 32, and I'm just sitting on the porch. I appreciate all y'all for that. That's awesome. That's awesome. My coffee has been gone, but I am enjoying this weather and this outsideness. Very relaxing out here. I have a little hip pain. Like if I'm sitting down in a certain position for too long, I get up. I have to walk uh, probably 20, 30 paces before I'm not limping. I spend about 3 hours each month at Smallwood Lot Pat at the chiropractor office. After 8 back breaks, two in the neck, bad knees, and rotator cuffs, I just keep doing it. I hear you, man. My wife's at the chiropractor twice a week, um, or the ortho at least twice a month. So she'll replace one of those chiropractor visits with an ortho visit. Yeah, Woodlot has some battle scars. Like has definitely been at it for a while and it's got some real battle scars. But he hanging around like a G, still getting stuff done. Every time I talk to him, he's at work. I'm surprised you ain't at work right now, Pat. If you're hanging out with me, I appreciate y'all. Oh my goodness, be sure to take care of yourself, says Fetty. Your health is important. Smallwood Lot Pat says that's what happens with good, clean living. Hey, yeah, yeah, I think we are. I think we all think we all get a chuckle out of that one. A bunch of good, clean livers over here. The exact opposite. I was working today. Look at him. I know it. I'm the same old dude. I'm down there working today in the house. And y'all good people out there hanging out with me. Make me feel good about getting it done. So it's always nice to have a little bit of company at work. You know what I'm saying? Company that can't move anything out of the way. Ain't wreck nothing. Oof. That's my and keeps the leaves. Look, blew them off 2 days ago. So go ahead and go in the house. Love it out here. Love it. I love peace and quiet. Sort of an isolated type of bear. Everybody's sleeping. Even the cat. What's your eye leaking? Nice kitty. Living what at the farm? Wow. That's not good for your backpack. That's not good for your backpack. I don't want to be that guy, but chill out. You one of them little electric splitters that just drop the log on it. You know? Nice, not split wood in years. I used to love chopping wood. I've chopped a decent amount of wood. It is nice. It is good exercise, good workout. I've hit more things with a sledge, which is very similar. Okay. So my wife is in there, so that means I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna make sure everything down in the shop is situated properly. All right, let's turn the TV off. Get these lights. Get these other lights. Got one wall up, two walls up, three walls up. We got that one in the ceiling in that little corner right there. We just ain't got enough drywall. It's what it is. Drywall's cheap. Get it tomorrow, take care of it. It was either that or mucking stalls. Oh my God, Pat, why are you doing this stuff? Holy moly. Why are you doing this stuff, bro? You applying for Pat of the Year, huh? That what you trying to do? Be the most valuable Pat? All right. I'm gonna cut my drain hole open. And yeah, we'll be able to put our drain right down in that. We'll fasten our flange on. Then once we do that, we'll drop that boy right down in there like so. Pile it up. It'll be flan tile style. Yeah. But so far, so good, y'all. Should be ready for tile in a day or two. Whichever I get first. If I get that drywall first, I'll put that ceiling up, finish these walls. If I get the tile first, I'll go ahead and start running it in here. And we'll have us a bathroom. Pat, you saying you gotta keep going? Got to keep pushing, pushing on, moving till you break your whole back again. Ooh, ooh. That's gonna be your new theme song. Great hits from Pat. Brokeback Pat. Pat who won't get off that horse. Pat who will not stop getting it done. All right, I respect it. I can't be mad at Pat for doing what I do. Drywall, I hope it stays that way. Wet wood is no good. Yeah. Wet wall. Well, there's gonna be some mud on it. There's gonna be some mud on it at some point. In here. I think I need to consider where my wires, the next wire is gonna be for that vent fan. Need to go ahead and get that over with. Need to get it over with. Thank you for hitting that like button, y'all. Everybody who's in here just hanging out with me, being as equally bored as I am. But I think I heard my wife coming out the shower, so I'm gonna say peace to y'all, and I'm gonna scooch up out of here. 1, 2, 3. Have a great day. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna keep doing this. If it's raining tomorrow, I'll be in here finishing this. No matter what. If it's not raining tomorrow, then I will be finishing up some details on that deck, and I'll be tearing the other deck down with a chainsaw. Like a G. So I'll film that for you. Y'all have a great night. West does it. Peace.